I'm Mike Atherton, and with me for this match is Mel Jones, Ian Healy, and the one and only Lord Gower.
Thanks, others. We're almost ready to get underway. I've just been taking a look at conditions down in the middle, and the ground staff have done a magnificent job on the pitch. I think if I was the captain, I'd be having a bowl. Try and make the most of whatever movement there is. Looks like this cloud is set for the day, but at least no rain is forecast.
Thanks, David. Captains are ready for the toss. Let's join them in the middle.
Well, it seems just crazy to think of batting first here. There'll be plenty of movement early for the bowlers, and I don't think that's going to change.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Welcome to this match between India and Australia. Please welcome the players and umpires as they take to the field.
The umpire signals that we're ready to go. First ball of the innings about to be bowled.
Some adjustments to the field.
Nothing better than getting a game started and hearing the sound of leather on willow.
Yes.
Huge edge. First ball will run away to the boundary for 4.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake. Wow, that's missed the lot. Bowler is confident on this one. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper. You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Yep. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Really? That's just wasting everyone's time. The right armour is coming into the attack from the northern end.
Taking a bit of a risk here with a more aggressive field.
Got right in behind it.
Yes.
They'll get at least one.
Ball. A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball early on, as they bring a bit of energy to the crease. Solid defence, very compact. That's the end of the over. 1 run. Straight to the fielder.
Well, not a great delivery. Got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary. Warner watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper. Warner shakes their head. It was there to hit, couldn't make the most of it.
Drives and misses everything. Huge appeal.
Yes.
Strays onto leg and glanced it sweetly. Might just get to the boundary rope.
Clipped way off the pads. What a shot for 4.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yes.
Good shot. It's found the gap. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Got the boundary last ball, punches it into the gap to get a single. Excellent batting.
Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. Nice solid defensive shot.
Yes.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running. Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Right in the slot. Probably hit it too hard. Crunched it straight to the fielder. Just threw the shot too early.
End of the over, 3 off it. Australia are none for 14.
Yep.
Good batting, get an opportunity to score and take it.
Very full, spray the ball a bit, but they're content leaving it alone.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Yes.
There'll be runs here.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs. A bit of shape on that ball, but very full. Not often you see loose deliveries like that not being punished.
4 runs added there. Australia are none for 18.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Just threw the shot too early. Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Yeah.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Left alone and easily through to the keeper.
They must have just slipped a little in their delivery stride to bowl that no ball. Sometimes it can happen when you're trying too hard.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find the gap.
Yep.
Trouble! Oh, gone!
Hold on!
The trudge back to the pavilion. A good start, but that's all they've managed. They did the hard work and threw it away in the end.
Labuschagne is new to the crease. They'll be keen to field bat on ball early on. Beaten on the drive.
Nice bowling.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Wait.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yeah.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
That sees the completion of the over. A good one too. Not many opportunities to score.
Yeah.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Bowler.
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Comfortable single if they take it.
Not a smart decision, you feel, not to run there. Mustn't have a lot of faith in their partner, if you ask me.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
Keeper.
Surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a very simple run.
End of the over, and again it's a good one for the bowling side, not letting batters build any momentum.
Yeah.
They'd look for a couple here.
Keeper.
Gone! Brilliant in the field.
Tried to get through the tough early period. Now they'll walk off frustrated that they couldn't build a score for the team.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Yep.
Nice shot, runs possible.
Easy does it. First ball and get some runs. Good footwork behind the stumps, taking it cleanly. No interest, though, from the batter. Shoulders, arms, and true to the wicketkeeper. Bit of shape on the way through. Labuschagne happy just to watch it go by.
Australia seem happy to take 2 runs off that over. It's R2 for 28.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Smith shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
End of the over. Beautiful bowling that just starts to build pressure on the batters. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Keeper.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers.
There's a run here, surely.
Well, they decided against the run. Not sure why, if I'm being honest. They'd have made it very comfortably.
Yep. Wait. Yep.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
India found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards. Going with pace now. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
The third was there, they would have made it easily. They've instead opted to play it safe. Maybe a little too safe.
Wait. Waiting. Yep.
Seemingly wanting to keep the strike. That would have been a simple single.
Waiting.
Content just to knock it around that over. 2 added to the total. Australia are 2 for 33.
Yeah.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Yep. Wait.
End of the over, a good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the northern end.
A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
Got right in behind it.
Yep. Wait there.
going with a more aggressive field choice.
Three runs added in that over. Australia are 2 for 38.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the pavilion end.
Wait.
Straight to the fielder.
Labuschagne shakes their head. It was there to hit, couldn't make the most of it.
Solid defence, very compact.
Wait there.
Well, not a great delivery, got it full, lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Nice solid defensive shot.
Wait. Yep.
Great shot.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well-timed, and 4 runs.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Waiting.
End of the over, 6 runs coming from it. Australia are 2 for 44.
Yep.
Good shot, it's found the gap. A couple on offer here.
Yep.
They'll get at least 1. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
Waiting.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper. very full, sprayed the ball a bit, but they're content leaving it alone.
End of the over, 3 runs coming from it. Australia are 2 for 47. Doesn't beat the infield.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Well, that's the end of a great display of bowling. No score from it. Nicely putting pressure on the batters. Drives and misses everything.
That's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Yeah.
Big shout.
How's that?
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Head comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Timing just a little early on that occasion. Smith will be frustrated with that shot. The ball was there to hit, but couldn't find the gap.
Yep.
It was a nice looking shot, full and in the slot, just couldn't find the gap.
End of the over. None from it. It's not easy to bat on this pitch by the looks of it, so they'll have to keep their heads.
Yeah.
There'll be runs here.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding. Head gets off the mark.
Wait.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Unplayable. No reward. Flying to the boundary.
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length, around about off stump, and that'll force the mistake.
Yep, yep. Bowler!
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Waiting.
Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters. is everything. Loud shout.
Just threw the shot too early.
The end of a very precise over of bowling. No runs coming from it.
Waiting.
Saw that early. No one's catching that. Great shot.
Straight through the line of the ball, right out of the middle of the bat.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Full and wide, left alone through to the keeper. Just threw the shot too early. Good footwork behind the stumps, taking it cleanly. No interest, though, from the batter.
Good bowling, kept it nice and tight, and made it hard to score runs. Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. Comfortable single if they take it.
Turning down runs at a set.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible. Great shot. At least one on offer.
Hold on.
Strong appeal. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the pavilion end.
Wait.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Waiting. Wait there. Wait.
A little late on that, no run scored.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Waiting.
Well placed, should get a single. End of the over. Beautiful bowling that just starts to build pressure on the batters. The right-arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the northern end.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Edge, unplayable. Gone. Excellent catch, close to the bat.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. Beaten on the drive.
Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line, threw the hands at it, got nothing on the ball. Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
End of the over and a wicket has fallen. Brilliant over. No runs added to the score.
Yeah.
It was slightly shorter, but it was seen early. Got onto the back foot quickly. Just pushed it away behind square.
Wait.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Wait. Wait.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Well bowled.
Negated the spin well then. Got nicely on top of the bounce.
Got right in behind it.
Right over the top of it. Nicely smothering the spin there.
Australia weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over.
Yep.
Oh my, that's racing away.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate?
A bit of shape on the ball as they let it go through. Tailed just a little at the end as it went through to the keeper.
Waiting.
Let it come right under their eyes, but just didn't quite time it.
Wait there.
Smith shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Wait.
Not a great delivery, got it full, and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Wait.
Gee, they're bowling well at the moment. They complete another very good over. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Just threw the shot too early.
Wait.
What great reactions. Brilliant catch close in.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you expect from someone of this skill level.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should definitely be on the new batter, who strides to the middle. They will be looking for another quick wicket.
A little late on that, no runs scored.
Wait.
Straight to the fielder.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on that shot.
Nice bowling.
Just slowing things down. Nothing to risk on that delivery. Just keeping the bowler honest.
Wait.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely. Just too early on the shot and couldn't find the gap.
Over. Australia are 5 for 67.
Wait.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Wait. Yeah.
They'll get at least one. There'll be one run here for them. That's the end of a very good over. Good pressure being put on the batters.
Yep. Keeper, keeper.
It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway.
Yep.
Just pivoted onto the back foot, so easily done to knock it behind square.
Solid defence, very compact. Doesn't beat the infield.
Good cricket all round, good delivery, timed well, but straight to the fielder.
Nice solid defensive shot. India found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary. Left alone and easily through to the keeper.
Yep.
They must have just slipped a little in their delivery stride to bowl that no ball. Sometimes it can happen when you're trying too hard.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Didn't hit that well, very late playing that shot.
Drives and misses everything. Crying wolf is not the best approach. It'll just annoy the umpire. Three added in that over. Australia are 5 for 74. Finds the fielder with that shot.
Yeah.
There'll be runs here. Big shout.
Yep.
There's a run here, surely.
Seems slightly odd not just to take the single that was on offer there.
Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Bowler, bowler.
A couple on offer here.
Wait there. Yeah.
Well, they decided against the run. Not sure why, if I'm being honest. They'd have made it very comfortably.
4 runs added in the over. Australia are 5 for 78.
Just threw the shot too early.
Wait. Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
End of the over. 4 runs coming from it. Australia, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming on to bowl from the pavilion end.
Good footwork behind the stumps, taking it cleanly. No interest, though, from the batter.
Waiting. Yep.
Didn't hit that well, very late in playing the shot. Bit of shape on the way through. Smith happy just to watch it go by.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
That's the first runs of the new session. Not much you can do when you bowl a slower ball like that.
Just 3.
Wait there.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper. Very full, spray the ball a bit, but they're content leaving it alone.